Okay, so for today's political daily, I decided I'm using Libby's deck over at Meister Tarot. If you like this deck, it's available on Etsy. There's like almost 90 cards, so it covers just everything. But I decided to just focus in on Trump and his shenanigans and all of that. It looked like yesterday's was pretty accurate if we take into consideration the distraction card we had down here and the courthouse card we had up above. Because, of course, he went to Mickey D's. The distraction was going to Crack Donald's and serving fries, asking for a job for a day in Pennsylvania. And then he goes, I don't remember where he was, but he was talking for 3 minutes or more about Arnold Palmer's junk. Like, what? My God. But the courthouse card brought through, I think that was probably about this lawsuit that the exonerated Central Park 5 has brought against Trump for defamation. So, yeah. Okay, but let me focus into October 23rd. What's he going to be up to? October 23rd. Donald John Trump and his cohorts. What are they up to? Right there. Evil. Trying to slow things down for our country and its unity. Okay, those make sense there. I've got plenty of room. Oh, it'll be perfect. Okay. Yeah, trying to slow down the growth of the country. Trying to just grow more evil. Trying to make us trust crazy things, I suppose. Looking for loyalty, putting it out there. Okay, let me just get the cards laid out. Make sure I've got them lined up right. Actually, I gotta bring them over a little. Sometimes my camera, when I get it uploaded, it cuts off a little over here. So, okay, there we go. That should work. Yeah. Ooh. Boy, these are certainly true here. Okay, so let's go with I'm going to start here with the center first. So yes, he's just going to be putting out more evil energy, and his cohorts are trying to get people to trust him, even though he is completely against any type of diversity, equity, inclusion, unity of any type for our homeland. They just want things for themselves. He and his cohorts will be doing everything they can to grow more evil energy. But you know what? Evil and fear, they're finite. Only love grows. Evil evil is contraction. You can only contract in so far, and then all of a sudden, bam, right? But love, the benign circle of love, just continues to grow and grow and grow. So, he's trying to slow down the security so that he can keep people in fear, which of course, we know that. You don't need me to tell you any of that. And he's trying to get more loyal followers to get on the evil bandwagon with him. It's just like Hitler back in the day, So, evil communications, misinformation, lies. Evil energy is nothing but lies and half-truths. So that's at the core for the day. We could probably say that's going to be every day, and for him, probably the rest of his life, because, that's all he does. Lies, lies and lies and lies. And distraction, and gimme. Okay, opening up the reading for the day. he has a big yes to just emptiness. There's just emptiness, and that's why he's slow. That's why he has the intellect of a slug. Even though I'm never going to put down snails as slugs, they're creatures. I'm not going to ever do that. But this is him, slow and an empty, just a void within. The four corners tell me that he's going to be screaming big yes to fear. He wants to put that difficult, that's the message that he just always wants to put out there. And I think, moving over here to this side, I think he's going to talk about, he's going to be lying, but he's going to say that he's going to rebuild America, and that of course he's the protector of women. He's the leader for women. Yeah, no, just nothing but lies. And he's going to be really busy trying to rebuild his image and get people to have faith and trust in him. Somebody, and I don't know who, is behind the scenes. Well, actually, you know what? This could be many of his cohorts that have, they've pled not guilty, but they will be flipping in the future. I mean, we know already that John Eastman flipped and Mark Meadows flipped. I read on that a long time ago. I always thought Andy Biggs would wind up going to the big house. And, Jeffrey Clark is going to wind up with health issues, as well as Clarence Thomas. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, he's just, people are going to flip on him, but he's like, his brain's gone. Nothing works. Nothing works within his... I think he's just totally lost it there, actually. I feel like using a different deck as well. Hold on 1 minute. So I have some other questions. So this one is the Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edwards. It's actually 52 cards rather than the traditional 36. So we have a combo of the Lenormand, or Lenormand, if you want to say that, or Lennies, the Lenormand and the Gypsy. Oops, there we go. More info. Did you guys, I don't know if anybody watched Rachel Maddow's show last night, but she reported that the Trump organization just signed a contract for a new Trump Tower in a place called Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And that also there was this news site, Saudi Arabia's Al Arabia News, where Trump gave an interview. And he was acting as if he could and would create peace in the Middle East. Okay. Big conflict there. There's our 45 card, and yeah, conflict because he's lost it. His brain is just not working anymore. He's gone from the demented demagogue to the, just completely gone demented dictator. Yeah, selfish, conflicts with the structures of society, conflicts with the government. They're watching him. He's being watched. He is truly being watched. They're watching for his abuse. They're watching everything that comes out. I bet you, of course, they probably are watching everything on his Untruth social. Yeah, they're making the connections. They're watching the agreements that he's making. So they know, wow, they probably watch Rachel whenever she's on. They probably watch Lawrence O'Donnell too. When I say they, I'm thinking Jack Smith and his team, Alex Whiting. Oh yeah, here's the bloviating bag of hot air. Here's the predator, that is Trump, the 45 card, who needs caretaking, by the way. Yeah, they're watching what he steals. Okay, this is interesting here. All right, there we go. Okay, so there are a few messages here that are really important. So they're watching the conflict of interest that he is. I mean, here we are with like the 25th Amendment that they could be coming after him with for all the money that I think I read on that for his weekly reading last week. But or maybe I just mentioned it. But anyway, you know how he overcharged by 300 to 450%, overcharged the Secret Service for staying at Mar-a-Lago to protect him. This is stealing from the government. Stealing from the government is right here. They're watching that. They are tracking that. They see the scam, the fraud. They're wise to it. Yeah, and look at these cards at night together. They have receipts about it. Well, yeah, of course they do, because this was back in from 2018 to 2019. They just tracked that 1 year, and there's more. Now, this is information that came out from his own, remember Mazars, his own accountancy firm? So they have the goods. They have the evidence on him. That's what all this is about here. It will create change at some point. So, but this is him and his connections that he makes, and this could be the new Trump Tower that he literally signed the contract for a new Trump Tower in Saudi Arabia. I don't have the foreign card in here, don't have the ship, but we know it. What I like seeing is the fact that they're watching him, that the DOJ is watching him and have been. As soon as the election's over, man, I think it's just womp, womp, womp. So changes, improvements within our government, because they know he's a scam artist, a con. Merrick Garland should have got on it a lot sooner. I think that he just couldn't. I think here's the one place I have to cut the guy some slack, is the fact that he knows that they don't bring things against, the government won't bring, the DOJ will not bring cases against somebody unless they know that they can win, because they first have an oath to not cause taxpayer dollars. But they've got evidence here, and I've gotten this with a Kipper over and over in many different other cases. But this has to do with evidence around money for protection. So this has Secret Service written all over it, even these two cards together. Spying, watching, protection, the wisdom of what's going on. But they know what he has stolen from the protective Secret Service, the protection of the Secret Service. And I think they know about that agreement with the Saudis for the Trump Tower, like I just said. They're watching all the connections, and they're repeatedly seeing abuse in his partnerships in other countries. So anyway, but tomorrow, I am wondering if he's going to have, the moon is our card for reputation. It's also our card for being seen by the public. It's also our card for friggin' lunacy, emotional reactions. And because it's next to the lion, I feel like it's just his, he's a bloviating bag of hot air that's in constant emotional reaction. And I think he's going to be just throwing crap out there, and then he's going to go home and take a nap. And, the four corners tell me that we will see, with the sun, we will see his crazy ego just blowing up on fire in emotional reaction. And I wonder if there's a new con coming out, like a new scam, like maybe has some new NFT or Bitcoin or whatever bullshit, which is of course the way to, launder money because it can't be traced. Scams because he thinks he's protected by SCOTUS. This would be our SCOTUS card in the Lennies. The elders on Scrotus. Yeah. The scrotum heads. Okay. Except for the three good ones we know. I will exclude Sonia Sotomayor, Katachi Brown Jackson, and Elena Kagan out of those three, or out of the six. Yeah, they're watching everything he does in public. They are seeing what's going on. The government, the DOJ, is watching him, and they're watching all of his partnerships. So this goes well beyond the day, but there's something about that's the important thing. There's power within the reputation of Secret Service, even though they've been understaffed. Well, who did that, right? But I think Biden has done all he can to throw some more money their way. I know he did with the IRS. He funded the IRS some more. I think $80 million, if I remember right. But anyway, the power and the light of the reputation of CIA, DOJ, Secret Service, NSA especially, to protect is the main thing. There's a lot of protection against his con, and it's to protect the vote and protect the shenanigans of everything that can go wrong. And yeah, it's just this constant work, repeated action to protect the vote, because he's the threat and they know it. So I like this spread on both levels, actually, to see the partnership, a lot of partnership within the the all-knowing, the watch of the government. Look how these cards all night together. The network of our government to watch out for problems, to watch out for thievery, to watch out for toxicity, right? Toxic threats, to watch for toxic threats. Okay, so that's good. Now, the heart with Trump, this I feel over here has to do quite a bit with Trump. That's his selfish, I love kitties, nothing to do with kitties, it's just the meaning of the card. Selfish, self-centered heart. That's who he is. He does have problems that could cause neural problems, nervous system problems that could, because they're connected to his elderly age. Stroke problems could happen. heart fracturing networking problems, and his selfishness, it doesn't help at all. Yeah, okay. That's all. I'm not good. I don't feel like going further, actually. It's probably long enough. Yeah, 20 minutes. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. Take good care, you guys. Big hugs. Always. Bye.